What a day, and I don't think anyone knew that Bungie would be dropping a new trailer for Beyond Light, which, by the way, they announced that the new consoles will be running at 4K 60 frames. Now, there has been silence as to if there's going to be a field of view slider, so that's somewhat worrisome. However, I will take the 60 frames. But not only that, they did partner with Microsoft, allowing Destiny 2 to be a part of the Game Pass. And for real, that's like the best deal in gaming, because Destiny players are getting all the previous DLCs, notably Shadowkeep and Forsaken, and Beyond Light is included. And on top of that, all the games that were showcased in the Xbox showcase, Halo, Medium, Forza, Avowed, one of my favorite games of all time, Fable, and more are going to be coming. They're all in that pass, so it's absolute madness. This trailer is a second look at the Darkness Stasis subclasses. I'm going to break them down a little bit with what I see wielding the darkness. Let's remember that the skill trees for this will be set up for player choice, similar to D1, but it is worth noting they said it will be different from the original Destiny node-based skill tree. Luke Smith said that the new skill tree is a brand new model that allows for much more player choice and flexibility. Here's the deal, and with it being set up similar to Destiny 1, to choose different perks for player choice, having flexibility, after seeing this trailer, I'm not sure that there's going to be going back. If they're doing this for Stasis, I hope that they go back and set up the previous subclasses like this, and I'd like to know what you think about that, because what I see are subclasses that work together, that look powerful, that give various benefits like platforming, suppression, group clear, not just ad clear, group clear capabilities. I did notice some things about the trailer shown. I want to talk about it. I'm going to bring up some clips from last month's trailer to get a bigger picture. First, to me at least, it does look like separate perk choices are shown. We don't know what we don't know. This could all be a full kit for a subclass, but I don't think everything is all in one, but then again it could be, but let's go ahead and look at the Hunter. First, the grenade. Usually we have a Void Wall, a Vortex, a Skip. There are 3 grenades shown, one being an area of effect that freezes enemies in place. Now, utility-wise, I wonder how this works with Majors, Ultras, Bosses, in the Crucible, but out of the gate, a grenade build looks like something you really want to do with this. But for the second one, it's used as a platforming grenade to stick to walls, stick to structures, and move across areas. I could see this working in PvE, obviously, but also in the Crucible to create your own space to jump onto to get away. But the third one is an ice wall. Again, this could be the second one, just different, but I feel it's separate because when it's thrown at the ground, look at how wide the wall goes. Again, it could be the platforming one, but this one just looks different. Now, not only that, you can actually see the Hunter get raised by the ice wall. Thrown at the feet, takes you up. It's kind of like Mei from Overwatch. Whether 2 and 3 are the same one, or if there's just 3 separate ones, they're amazing. I can see them used in the Crucible and in PvE. Now, PvP-wise, those ice walls, like throwing them up, say players are 3-peeking you or using sword peeks, just throw that right in front of them, block their sight, that way you can move up, so there's a lot of benefit in that. Or if someone's just rushing you down with a shotgun, you can throw it straight down at your feet, bring up the wall, and stop that rush. It looks amazing. You can do a lot with this already just off the top of my head. But after the Hunter throws that grenade, they jump over, and you see what appears to be the Titan and the Warlock in their Stasis super. The Ninja Star that this Hunter throws does 3 important things. Number 1, it works like a suppression. It freezes the Titan to a dead stop. The second thing is that the Hunter throws 2 of them. Now, this is either A, a subclass node choice, or B, an exotic giving this choice. The third thing is that these bad boys bounce. They ricochet like a Titan shield throw. And let's remember, the weighted knife from the gunslinger will bounce once before it sticks into a wall. The first one that's thrown goes right through the target, bounces once off the ground, ricochets, and then explodes into the wall. Now the second one, it comes back at us, hits the wall, then goes off on its way. Pretty crazy. And one thing to notice is that it looks like one star, one throw will suppress and slow, and the second one looks like it will actually freeze the player in place. It could be one that just freezes them, but it looks like 2. It looks like one will slow, suppress, and the other one will actually freeze in place. That's insane. And what's crazy is that this is thrown kind of like a Blade Barrage flaming knife, kind of thrown out like a frisbee, not like a weighted knife. The next part about the Hunter is it looks like an attack similar to the Warlock's Phoenix dive, little superhero landing. Again, I don't know if this is built in, I don't know if it takes a melee charge, what the deal is, if it's a skill tree option, and if it is, what that's replacing, I don't know. And then the Hunter super is shown. Here's the deal. Again, I'm unsure if this is only one super or a couple. I think it's just one combined, because when we combine clips from the previous trailer and this one, this looks to be the full animation. Or, speculation again, one of them is like a Blade Dancer, the other one's like a Blade Barrage, but it looks to be just one. You can see that there are 2 pickaxes, and only one of them is thrown. It's kind of thrown similar to Blade Barrage, and when it hits on impact, it does damage. It appears to send out a burst wave, and adds caught within that burst will get frozen. And with all these freezing abilities, like in the super, it brings to the question, is there a debuff applied? Because that would be really, really interesting. Moving on to the Titan, and still, I'm unsure if this is the full kit, but the super looks like a Phogos lamb. It looks awesome. Crashes the ground, sending up the ice, but I think that there's more to that. I think that you get mobile and you're roaming and you have a lot of speed. It's worth bringing up again. This could be two separate things, but it appears to just all flow as once, because when we tie the two clips together, we know that ice spikes are sent up. If we look later in the trailer, those ice spikes are there and the Titan is moving across them, going target to target with a slam similar to what we have with the effigy now. If that's the case, that's really cool. And also with the Titan, this ice slide. Notice how the target's already frozen and this slide kills them. This ice slide looks to be to the Titan only, and again, it has that sense of teamwork and chaining. Because what if the hunter throws that freezing grenade and the Titan is the one that has the ability to break them with this slide, and that slide doesn't do anything else? A target would have to be frozen to break them to do the damage. For the Warlock, we see the Ice Staff, the Gandalf, the You Shall Not Pass. The thing about it is that the super looks like it shoots out a big blast and then you can come out and roam with it. But there's also this clip in first person shooting out a single stasis ball and just freezes the enemies. And again, the Titan comes in flying, crushing all of them. But I do believe that this is the Warlock melee ability, because when it's thrown, you can see the little finisher symbol above this dreg, because if a super isn't killing a dreg, like, we got problems. So I would think that this is the ranged melee attack, and I'd like to know what you guys think about it. The trailer shows our new icy destination. It looks gorgeous, but with these stasis subclasses, they do look very powerful, and it looks like it's coded to work with the other subs. Like, this is either a Nova Bomb or it's a stasis Nova Bomb, a darkness Nova Bomb. But when it shatters, when it impacts, it takes out all the structures that are ice, like let's say from the void walls that the hunter throws up. It takes it all out. So I'm very interested to see how all of our old subclasses can play with these and how these new subclasses just kind of build off of each other. It makes me really excited about what's to come. And some of the things within this trailer, it makes you wonder, how is that going to translate to the Crucible? Because the Crucible always has a couple things going on for it. Here's the deal. I believe that this game should be fun. I don't want any cool things to get nerfed in PvE because PvP is having issues. I'm pretty sure they have things in place, and I think things like the wall coming up from the hunter, and there's a whole bunch that we don't know about, but something like that can be used to stop rushes, to stop lines of sights. It's a useful tool. It's not even non-lethal, it's literally a wall, and that goes to show that you're not even damaging anyone with that ice wall. You're just throwing it down for cover or for whatever. I think that's cool. But again, I want to bring it up one more time with how these subs appear to be just building off of each other, and with them building off of each other, you're selecting the nodes, as they say, the flexibility of how you want it. Like, they have to do it for the other subclasses. They have to. Because this looks like a lot of fun, especially when I find some pairings that I really like and can put together. And if they're as super strong as they just look, I might think twice about going back to Arc Strider. I might think twice going back to Spectral Blades or Dawn Blade. Of course, a lot more is going to come out. We don't know what we don't know, but this is a really good start if this is how they're building this game. I want to bring it up again as far as creative freedom with the studio. I mean, Bungie, they split from Activision. They've always had a vision for what Destiny is, and I think that these are the first stages of all that coming to fruition. We've seen a live event in-game. We've seen a story being told over the past year leading up to Beyond Light. So being able to wield the darkness, seeing how these are all interacting, it's crazy how they're interacting. Because in some of these clips, it's all happening so fast, there's ice everywhere. We don't know if it's from grenades, from supers, what it is, but everything's just getting destroyed in its path. In my opinion, we've seen some pretty phenomenal exotics come out, like the Ruinous Effigy, like Wither Horde. Just powerful, nutty, crazy stuff. And then I see this trailer and it's more of that. And seeing the platforming, seeing the walls, to me, Destiny's always been a game that only benefits from innovation. And when I say that, Destiny's space magic, man, like, the more the better. There are certain franchises, and I'll bring them up, like, for me personally, you might love it, but for me, not so much. Like Call of Duty, when they did Advanced Warfare, there's the jetpacks. At a certain point, you innovate too much. And well, sure, some people are gonna like that, but for the majority, or for a lot of people, it's straying away from what you originally fell in love with in the first place. Destiny's always been a game, to me, that, dude, like, I want swords, I want crossbows, I want bows, I want different ways to use the space magic, dude. I love it. So seeing Stasis, or more of Stasis, I should say, it really looks and feels like you're working together with the other subclasses. Time's gonna tell how all this works out, but it looks awesome. So if you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Ring the bell to get videos right when they go live. If you're looking for a new controller, I am partnered with Scuff Gaming. Use the link down below and use my code COOL at checkout for a discount. Big Destiny news today, and big things are coming for Destiny. And I would expect a big sandbox update when all this goes live. I would like to know your thoughts. Let's talk about it down in the comments section. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.